Start the show. You had me recording, you doing all this stuff?
OMG, calm down.
What's up, everybody? We are Heir BnB.
Where the B stands for Brittany.
And Basil.
Welcome to the Empire. If you like reviews like you'll see in this video, reactions, games, all the little couple things, and you want to inherit all this wealth that we will be bringing to you, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button below. My cough drop. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button below, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. That way you don't miss out. And let's get into the video.
Yes, and so today we will be reviewing the challenge season 37, Spies, Lies, and Allies, episode 4, Messy. So if you know anything about the challenge, you know that title pretty much gives you a good understanding of what this episode is about. A lot was talked about how the vets already are aware that they get rid of these rookies.
They caught on now. Now they know that they are, their days are numbered.
But no, the vets know that they got to eventually target each other.
Well, that too, yeah.
They were talking about that a lot. It's like we only got a certain amount of rookies. And we eventually going to go against each other.
Team.
Eventually they're going to have to go against each other. And vets were pretty much starting to set up their alliances with each other by like, okay, who we going to go against after the rookies are gone? Logan and Big T getting a little flirty with each other.
They would make a cute couple.
I ain't know Big T be trying to talk to people. She always be up in there.
She's a flirt. She's a social butterfly.
Fessy still holding on to whatever he has with Amber B.
Like, she really, which is a huge mistake, is all like, oh, I'm in this Big Brother alliance now. Yay, like I can trust Josh, I can trust Fessy. That's where you're wrong. Why do you think that you can trust Fessy after his name is Messy Fessy for a reason? So that was a big mistake right there. And we'll get into that.
Yeah, you know, like Casey's pretty much saying that if Amber B wants to say she's part of the Big Brother Alliance, she can, but she's kind of like the bottom of the barrel of the Big Brother Alliance.
Because they still don't trust her 100% either. But Amber is putting all of her trust into them. But they don't trust her at the same time.
Yeah, Amber's really still, she's not aware of it, so she's thinking everything's good. She said she feels better after the conversation with Casey. And she has their back. So we also see Kyle and Devin. They talk a lot about their alliance and how they're each other's number ones and they have to stick together. And, you know, Devin's really been trying to hold his alliance together. But again, he's also aware that eventually these rookies are going to have to go. We got to start looking at what vets we're going to get rid of afterwards.
The R&Rs, he says, the R&Rs are dwindling. The rookie teams. I swear he's like the CEO of the challenge because he had this little suit on. In
big,
the
extra big suit on.
And he's like, we got to do this, and the next move is this. I'm like, go ahead, Devin. Go ahead, CEO. But, and then you forgot about CT working out.
Oh, CT and Huey?
That part.
I mean, they didn't really do nothing. They just was on the ball for a little bit.
Well, first of all, the image of CT. And second of all, everybody thinks that Huey is like this little weak little whiny baby. But CT is all like, he thinks that he's underrated and everybody is just like moving past him. And he actually thinks that he is pretty strong and a tough competitor.
By the end of this episode, both things will be true. He's a whiny baby and he's underestimated. We also see a lot of drama between Kyle and Devin. Kyle betrays Devin in a way and it kind of fractures their relationship a little bit. Kind of starts to show a lot of the cracks in the alliance between the vets that the rookies are more than happy to have. And Amber B and Jeremiah get a little flirty with each other.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They're such a cute couple, too. They're like...
New couple alert.
10-year age difference, but you can't even tell.
Who's the oldest?
Amber's 31, 32, and Jeremiah's 22, 21.
Oh, there you go, Jeremiah. Get your cougar. I ain't mad at you.
Yes, and they both look good.
Amber B is pretty skinny, but she look good walking away, if you know what I mean.
Skinny girls are in.
So let's go into our daily challenge for this episode. Undercover Comms. Tell us the mission.
So, this one was a lot, too, like the last one. So, let me get this straight. There's a giant rig that's 35 feet over water. There's 2 heat, so one person from each team is hanging upside down on the rig. They have to relay a code to their partner who was on land via walkie-talkie, and the codes are like dots and dashes, so they have to relay that message to their partner. Then their partner has to go to a box that has numbers on it, and those dots and dashes that their partner told them relay to the numbers on the box. So they have to open that box up where there'll be a bomb, and they have to take the bomb to this, like, I don't know, bombing station, and they place the bomb in a hole, and then they pull down the lever, and that's the team that they want to basically eliminate from the game, so they'll fall into the water. You do this 3 times, you can knock out all of the teams. Whoever does it the fastest wins. And everybody wants to get rid of Michelle and Corey. They're the number 1 target because they're the only rookie team left. So that's their main goal right now for some people.
Ashley's main goal is Nelson.
Ashley's is Nelson.
She wants Nelson out of there.
Then you got other people going after people they shouldn't be going after. Hence the whole fight between Kyle and Devin start. But the way we get there is he pulls down the lever for Devin to get him out of the game because Devin was in the lead. And I said it. I said Kyle just wants to win. He's all like, oh, this the heat of the moment type stuff. Then we find out in the after show that he really didn't want to pull the lever down on Fessy and Esther because they kind of had a deal saying, don't pull it on me and I won't pull it on you. So the only other team left was Devin. So then that's how they get into
I don't know if it's so much of a deal they had. I think he was saying more so he didn't want to have any problems with Fessy because they had been cool.
Well, not like an actual sealed shake hand deal. It was just like, we're the only teams left right now, so don't put it on me and I won't put it on you.
And plus he said what really actually stopped him too was that Esther had one, and so they were looking at each other. And he was pretty much saying, don't put it on me, I won't put it on you to her.
Because they're teammates.
The reason why this really was a problem, though, even before that, was because all the vets had agreed for the second heap, since there were no 2 rookie teams. So since there was no team with 2 rookies on it, that they were just all going to try to win. Whoever was in the lead, they would not put a bomb on that person.
And that would gain trust, basically.
And they would guarantee that a vet would win. They wanted to beat the people from the first heat.
Right, because the first heat, they were just all wild and crazy. They were all wild and crazy, so Ashley just pulls it on Nelson. He's laughing about it, so it's funny. Oh, the sad part is, so Corey L is up there, and I'm rooting for them because I really don't want to see them go in again. He can't even move. He can't do it. So I'm like, okay, well, that's the end of it for him. Big T's doing really well. She was the first one to uncoat the first box, and then right after her was Josh, but then Josh ended up getting in the lead, so him and Amber won that heat.
Yeah. Huey was terrified. He was wanting to come down. They kept teasing that he was about to quit. He was saying, I quit. He stuck it out though. He tried.
He always has to cry and
Ashley going off on him, about to lose her mind. They got Nelson now, so they were able to do something. But yeah, he was definitely terrified. Huey was not playing with this heights. On the after show, Coriel was talking about how Huey was getting him nervous because he's scared of heights. Coriel's scared of heights too. He just doesn't show it.
But then CT ended up being the one taking out Corey, Elle, and Michelle. So they were going to lose anyway, but
yeah, he stuck to the plan.
Understood the assignment.
He stuck to the plan. So Amber B and Josh, they won the first heat. After the betrayal by Kyle, Devin's out. Actually, Fessy and Esther ended up winning the second heat. Kyle and Devin went at it. Emmy's going off on
Emmy was
on Kyle. She's
like, who did that? Who took us
just
down?
Talking trash. Everybody's just peeping like, whoa, what's going on? That's supposed to be your boy. The rookies are excited. They're salivating, rubbing their hands. Birdman rubbing their hands together because Kyle and Devin are going back and forth.
Yeah, they are waiting on an argument with the vets.
Devin's like, we had a plan, man. What's going on? What are you doing? Kyle's like, well, I didn't know. He's like, come on, Kyle, you smarter than that.
Kyle plays dumb.
But Devin wasn't accepting it because Devin know how Kyle is, and it kind of threw the house for a loop throughout the rest of the episode. Like, what's up with that? That's crazy. You cannot trust this dude. The snake, Corey did the snake hands gesture. So like real big problems for Kyle. A stupid move, something he did in the moment that he wasn't thinking long term. It's always been a thing. If you betray your number one, even if that's not somebody else's number one, or they're not even in the lines with that person, that always sticks out in the challenge. People always don't like that because That lets them know you have no loyalty. If your number one can't trust you, anything you say to me, I can't trust. So it really hurt your credibility, your reputation. Not that Kyle has much of one, but that's why he needs to not be doing stuff like that.
Well, he's done stuff like this kind of in the past. He's been called shady all the time. But he's so likable that people kind of forget about that, I guess. But it always comes back around and people see how he really is.
Yeah, they forget about it for the moment because he's entertaining. But when it comes down to it, nobody's loyal to Kyle. He's earned his stripes as a vet, so he can stick around a little bit. Devin, but nobody really is loyal to him. Everybody's willing to throw him in. He's pretty much saved because they think he's maybe not the weakest player, but they don't think he's a super strong player either. So then we find out who the winners are between Josh and Amber and Fessy and Esther. And we find out that Fessy and Esther win again. So this is their second daily challenge win of the season. In the earlier episodes, we heard Fessy talking about he didn't know how Ramadan was going to play a factor into his game, but it doesn't seem like it's playing any type of a factor at all. He's still winning, and him and Esther have the agency again and safe.
Esther is smart. She said she studied law, so he said he really didn't even have to do much but tell her the code. She memorized it like that, and she was able to she was moving quick too. So I was happy for her, but don't like that she's partnered with Fessy.
Yes. So we have that. Of course, now the power is in their hands again. There's a lot to talk about. We had a lot of conversations with Amber B going on as far as like her alliance with Big Brother, Big Brother's own alliance thing. Josh really wanting all four of them to go in together.
He wants them to be best friends so bad.
Yeah, and then, when they go out, well, first of all, when they go out, that's when Amber B and Jeremiah do their little kissing stuff, making out. He asks her the age-old question that all men hate. Why you like me? Oh, my God. What do you mean?
We want to know what you like about us.
Bruh, simple. All right, come on.
Well, he's a nice, young Southern man, and he answered.
What you want me to say? You look good. What you talking about?
That's not what he said, though.
Yeah, he said a bunch of, because your mind, whatever,
He's a very nice, respectable man.
We got the same, we got everybody the same old stuff you say. Oh, your mind, you're not like anybody else. Oh, just so something, Well,
she says she never felt this way about anybody else.
That's nice.
Either.
I'm sure he likes her, but it's just like that question's always like, oh my God.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so
it's time to do some deals and talk.
Yeah, so now they're out. Since he got his little fur coat on and he thinks he's the king of the world.
Big Papa Fessy.
Corey L pulls him aside. He knows that he's going in at this point. Him and Michelle are ready. And at that point, he kind of just wants to put somebody's name in Fessy's ear and say, hey, can you make sure you get Huey for me? Because he knows he can beat Huey.
He wants that action with Huey.
Yeah. He was like, obviously I want Huey, basically is what he said. And then the female that he wanted was Bettina. And neither of them have been in yet.
Yep.
They're like one of the few rookies that have been in yet. So Fessy takes that into consideration. He lets Esther know. She is basically like, I want to make the best decision for my game because, I like everybody here. I don't want to burn any bridges with anybody. So she kind of just wants to pick someone that she doesn't have any ties with.
She's trying to think about when she's not at the agency,
exactly.
when she doesn't have the powers.
She's thinking smart. They just think
future.
like Fessy thinks in the now, I'm mad, and this is what I want to do.
Yeah, so they take that into consideration, and of course, that eventually leads to deliberation where they talk more about that. But before we even get to that, Kyle and Devin, they make up, and they say, we got to stick together. Kyle promises to eavesdropping Corey, the OG Corey. It's like, what? Come on, man, you can't trust him. He's a snake. But I think for right now, because Devin was saying this to Josh, even with these problems, they still kind of need each other because they need to get rid of the people they know they can't beat in the final.
And then,
going against each other is all of their best chances of actually winning a final, they're saying. So that's why Devin's of the mindset of like, I need to kind of accept this because we still need to get rid of the people who can really beat us in the final.
I feel like at that point, it's kind of like they made it bigger than what it needed to be because if they stayed mad at each other, then everybody was going to kind of start targeting them like, oh, what's going on with the vets now? Like, are they fighting? Or is their alliance breaking? So that was a smart move on their part, too, to try to keep the alliance together so it looks like, no, we're still working together to get the rookies out.
So at deliberation, we get to hear everybody voice their concerns, right? Before they go ahead and vote who's going to go into elimination. Michelle and Corey L right off the bat just be like, hey, we understand we're going in, that's fine, but we feel like we should go against some people who have not gone in yet, who have not had to
their
prove
stripes.
themselves. Huey jumps in and they go back and forth with Huey a little bit, where we find out from Huey that last elimination he voted himself and Ashley in, which of course makes Ashley mad. She's losing her mind. Like, why would you do that?
Can't stand the
Burn
man.
votes. That can backfire. Why would you vote us in? That becomes a whole problem later on. Huey's like crying tears, trying to apologize. Ashley just being so mean to him. I felt bad for you. He was really was really hurting.
Mean.
You know, like he was really hurt trying to apologize to her.
Actual tears.
Real tears, like
he
just
felt
bawling.
So bad.
And she just mean mugging him.
She's like, get out of my face. Go. I don't care. Like the diva.
Why would you do that? All that stuff.
God.
But in the deliberation, it gets pretty heated about that. They say, wouldn't you want the strongest people here? This is Michelle's argument.
Right.
Ashley's like, no, why would we know as vets, eventually we got to go in. Why we want to go against other strong people? We want to get those strong people out and go up against the weaker players. When they first come in, they are like, oh, I want to go against the strongest. After you've been there for a while, you're trying to get the strong people out. You're just trying to win.
Yeah.
Unless you like Carl Marie, or she likes to go against the strong people. Or you, Abram, he likes to go against strong people.
Because you're actually fighting.
Most people just want it to be as easy as possible, which is, I think, is the correct strategy.
I mean, but they're getting all the rookies out first that don't have any experience. So by the end of it, when all the vets are together, most of them are really strong.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, even if they got to go against another rookie, like, they're getting rid of the strong rookies first. That's been their strategy.
Yeah, so that's why they keep throwing Corey and Michelle in.
That's what they was talking about in the after show with Huey was like, oh, that's why you didn't say my name. Like, yeah, we didn't think that we was trying to get rid of the stronger players.
But he also is being protected because he's partnered with Ashley, and they're not trying to throw Ashley in either. So
you can't vote them in, but the agency can choose them to go in.
Pick one person, but the House can vote one team.
So the House did vote one team, and they end up voting, surprise, surprise, Corey L. and Michelle in to the elimination. And of course, we got to go and see who they're going to go against. We have Corey L. and Michelle go down. It's time for Fessy and Esther to pick who they're going to send down. So first, they pick Huey. They have to pick their female, and this is when the title of the episode comes clear. And they pick Amber B, which of course upset some people. We have the Vet Alliance. Josh is about to lose his mind trying to tell Fessy to pick somebody else.
But he already knew he was going to say Amber before that, because he was like, oh, I do respect this person so much. And before he even said her name.
He's like, Cap, bro, Cap.
He didn't even say her name. But she had this speech, so Josh's like, change your vote, change your vote, change your vote. Don't say it, don't say it. And then in the after show, Fessy was saying, leading up to the elimination, the whole entire time, Josh was in his ear just like saying, do not do it. Don't say Amber B, don't. And so that apparently made Fessy want to do it because he feels like Josh is trying to control his
Dumb game, Fessy. Dumb game.
That was just like, there he goes again. You're acting on emotion, not what's the smartest move. And you feel like you don't trust Amber, who put her trust into him, but we come to find out they never even talked and sat down and had a conversation. Yeah. So I guess I can see why he thought that, because they didn't talk, but that was still stupid. Like, come on now. Like, at that point, he kind of broke the truce right there, because you just voted in a vet when you didn't have to.
Amber B's yelling at him. Josh is yelling at him. Look like he wants to fight him. TJ's annoyed. It's going everything's going crazy.
Like,
pulled his phone out. Eventually, TJ tells everybody, be quiet. All right, who you voting in? They both say Amber B. Yeah. So Amber B and Huey have to come down. And what's the name of this elimination?
Down to the wire. So we got TJ, our handler, explaining the rules. This one looks really crazy. It's like an obstacle course, but there's 2 poles, kind of like in a playground. The partners are going to be
they're like
basically handcuffed, to each other on the pole. They have to come from one end all the way to the other side where there's a key. They have to get the key. It's like these little twists and turns as they're trying to walk with each other. Yeah. Anyway, you get to the side, you get the key, then you have to go back to the other side, handcuffed, and unlock the, I guess, I don't know if you was unlock it or you just had to pop yourself out. It was a lock. That's why you had the key.
Well, because I didn't see them, unless they just edited it really well, I didn't see them unlocked. But, yeah, what you were saying,
And then they had to pull that's when they pull the lever up. I guess you unlock the lever, and then you pull it up, and then you let yourself free. So those are the rules.
Yeah, so Huey and Amber B right off the bat are just, like, buzzing through this thing. Corey and Michelle, they get stuck at one point. Huey and Amber B got stuck for just a small amount of time, but they were able to get out of it. They get to the other side. They get their key. On the way back, Huey cannot help himself. He knows that Coriel wanted him in there. He knows the only reason why he's in elimination is because Coriel starts talking mad trash.
Pointless, but he
going
wasn't
off on Coriel.
All he said was, "Oh my God, we're stuck." And here goes Huey just randomly. You put me in here. You're just jealous because I have friends. Like
we got out. You gotta get out.
That has nothing to do with it. He just was ready to just
You
release.
thought you could beat me? Look, he was going off. You thought you could beat me? Da, 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 da. You wanted to go against me? Da, da, da. He going off on him.
In
Not
the
even
middle
moving.
of an elimination.
Right, they
just
pretty much
sitting
stopped
there. And Amber's like, "Would you shut up? Let's go." Like, they're stuck right now. We have an advantage. We can keep going. But I have never seen this ever. People just stop in elimination and literally arguing with each other.
Coriel's like, shut up. But in the middle of all that, Huey drops the key.
He drops the key like a
in the middle of all that craziness, all that emotion, he drops the key.
Oh, I'm about to win. That's why I'm beating you. And then the key is gone. Their prized possession. TJ just looking like, that's not my problem. Yeah. Y'all acting a fool.
So it was a little shook for a minute. It looked like, Coriel and Michelle might catch up to him.
I know.
But then Huey let his personal life expertise get involved. And he did a split and grabbed the key with his toe, pulled it to him. They were able to grab the key back, go back over the obstacle course, back to the end, get out of it, and they won the elimination, sending Coriel and Michelle home finally.
I could not believe it.
Finally, they're gone.
I just knew that they were going to win.
Everybody was surprised. Nobody thought that Huey was going to win. Of course, he had a challenge champ with him, but still.
I know. After he got that key, I'm like, I don't think they're going to make it because it looked like Corey and Michelle were towards the end, but they just kept getting stuck. They didn't know how to maneuver themselves anymore.
It's only one Corey left now.
I know. Can we stop? I hate Coriel. Now I know who they're talking about when they say Corey because I was confused.
So yes, that happens. So of course, once you win, you get to decide if you stay with your partner that you have or you pick another partner.
Or you can infiltrate and steal.
Still, of course, except for the agency. So Amber B decides that she's not going to stick with Huey. She goes.
They both are like, no.
Right. She goes and she picks everybody's favorite partner this season, Devin. So another person steals Devin, Mr. Popular.
Well, Josh was like, pick Devin.
That was so that they can get two rookies to be partners.
Right.
So Huey goes and he picks Nani. He says even though she's not the best player, she's got a lot of friends and she's got a lot of experience in the game.
She was really shocked.
Because of that, Ashley and Josh had to become partners. And because of that, Gabo and Emmy became partners. So that's the rookie team. And in theory, that's the rookie team that they're going to vote in next week.
They are
unless they win the elimination. Of course, but that's their plan to vote in Gabo and Emmy for next week into elimination, the house vote.
Yep, they already know that they are on the chopping block.
So even though this was like an episode with a lot of bad planning, they actually had a good plan at the end.
It all worked out, but the aftermath started with Kyle. If Kyle did not pull that lever on Devin and pull it on Fessy never would have won. He never would have voted in Amber B, and everything would have been fine.
That's true.
And
so
Michelle and Corey probably would have still been here.
Now, one thing I'm curious about is last week's after show, they said that was that last week when Tori won?
Tori and Ed, yeah, they won last week.
Last week's episode, they said that if Tori had voted in Big T, that would have been breaking the vet alliance, and so the next time they would have put her in. So I'm curious that since Fessy broke the vet alliance, is he going in next week? Are they going to stick with that with Fessy? Or are they concerned because he has those big brother numbers behind him?
That and he's 7 foot tall and 400 pounds.
True, but if you got majority of the house against you, they just keep throwing you in every week. Unless you win.
Well, I hope he goes in because I'm tired of him and his shenanigans. I can't believe it's almost episode 5 that fast.
Yes, sir. Almost episode 5.
Yes, sir.
Why?
I'm not a sir.
Yes, sir. Almost episode 5. We've gotten through this. 4 episodes in. 4 eliminations. Another elimination right now. I believe Michelle and Coriel were together on the first elimination that they won. But the house has been against them the whole time. Eventually, they were going to be kicked out of here.
Yeah, so that's over with. They got a strong team out. And I can't wait to see what happens next week.
But anyway, those are our thoughts. But the more important question is, what do you guys think? What did you think about this episode? What did you think about the elimination? Were you happy with who left? Were you sad with who left? What do you think is going to happen next week? What do you think is going to happen overall this season? And who do you want to see win and become the champion of season 37? Please tell us all that and anything else you want to say down in the comment section below, and we will be happy to respond to you.
Yes, thank you all for watching, everyone. And don't forget, before you go, to thumbs up this video if you liked it. Check out our other episodes. We did 1, 2, 3. This is 4.
It's 4.
We got another video on the way. And more to come. Check out my YouTube channel, Brie Lamode, for your fashion, hair, beauty, all that good stuff.
Yes, yes, yes. And of course, check out my YouTube channel, Whack Entertainment, where we have our Whackcast podcast. We talk about a variety of issues in pop culture and give our whack wisdom, which is basically just our opinions on things. You can also catch us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. So go ahead and listen to that and talk whack to me.
All right. Thank you, guys. We will see you in the next video.
All right. See y'all later, man.
Oh, we are off the air.
Off the air.
We never made our handshake.
We're going to do this. No, nobody does this.
Does what?
Let's do this. We're going to come together.
This is ugly.
Come on. We got you next week.
That's ugly. All right. Peace.
Peace.